Hi, thanks for tuning in again. In the context of this tutorial on Brahms Handel variations, we will now have a closer look into variation number 18. First of all, this variation is the only one bordered by two fermatas, one before, one after. Although that detail might seem marginal, please keep in mind that the assignment of fermatas in the whole work is somewhat strange in the sense of not balanced. Maybe here's a good point to show you the overall structure of the piece, which I mentioned earlier in part 5. You can see here that in the beginning Brahms wanted the variations to flow without interruption, whereas in the middle section we have quite a lot of fermatas, culminating in the use of two fermatas around this variation 18. And they get fewer again towards the end, with only one more to come after variation 21. Now let's get back to variation 18. You probably notice that there are two main motives. The 16th note scale, always beginning with an octave. And in the other hand, again, the horn fifths, or generally spoken, 3/4 notes bordered by 2/8 notes. There are two interesting aspects about this. First, both hands take turns in playing one of these parts, with the scale first in the right hand, and then in the left, and so forth. Second, and that's important for the interpretation, what is the main voice here? Is the 16th note scale the main line, or is it the slower passage with the horn fifths? For me, it's always great to have an open question like this in conjunction with repetition of parts, because in such a case I can play the first time that way and the second time another way. Of course, you have to be careful not to exaggerate, so the difference might be quite subtle. But if you rewind to the performance, you will notice the difference. So much for variation 18, so much for part 19. In part 20 I will explain a musical style called Siciliano, because that's the one used in the next variation. So, hope to see you again there. Bye bye.